It's really simple.
Sports, news, interviews.
It's a Tyrone Poole Show.
Sports, news, interviews.
It's a Tyrone Poole Show.
Sports, news, interviews.
It's a Tyrone Poole Show.
The Tyrone Poole Show. How about that?
That's pretty good, son. That's pretty good.
Welcome, and hello to you. I thank God for this opportunity, and I want to welcome you to the Tyrone Poole Show. Thank you for tuning in. Today's show is about trusting the process when it gets difficult. Trusting the process when it gets difficult. The purpose of the Tyrone Poole Show, I've learned that life is a university, and the principles, the classes that life offers us are principle-based. There are principles called tests, trials, temptations, and our experiences with these principal classes is the only thing that separates me from you, you from me. It's our experience. But the principles are the same. We're taking some type of test, some type of trial, some type of temptation. Example, you may have been tested by your job. Somebody else was tested by their spouse. Somebody was tested by their children. Maybe somebody's being tested with their health. So somewhere in our lives, we're being tested by life. And these classes are principle-based. And I believe the difference between those who overcome and those who don't, again, I think it lies 6 inches between your ears. That's right. 6 inches between your ears, people, is how you think. So my purpose is to give you principle-based information that will inspire you and motivate you to overcome and graduate Life University, that class that you're going through right now, that test, that trial, that temptation. My purpose is to help you overcome by giving you principle-based information so you can move on to the next level of your life. And guess what? The reward for overcoming. Guess what the reward for overcoming that temptation, that trial, or that test? Guess what the reward is for dealing with your spouse and overcoming? You get an opportunity to deal with your spouse the next day, the next month, the next year. So life is going to offer us all these classes. And even though we graduate, we still have to go through it. We just go to a new level. And as they say, new levels, new. All right. So you guys got it. So I know a lot of people say, hey, I don't like taking tests, trials. I don't like being tempted. But I'm here to tell you, at Life University, the only way you are exempt from taking classes is when you are being viewed with people around you and flowers all around you. That's the only way you will be exempt. All I'm saying, people, 6 feet under the ground. Nobody is 6 feet under the ground because you are watching the Tyrone Poole Show. So keep watching the Tyrone Poole Show so you can be inspired, motivated, and informed on how to work that thing so you can pass these classes, so we can pass these classes that life offers us, because I got the Cliff Notes. And also I have the book called Ultimate Success in the Game of Life, 12 Dynamic Principles. If you have not gotten your autographed copy, what are you waiting on? Go get these 12 dynamic principles. Again, principles meaning they work for me, they work for you. You just get an opportunity to hear my experience. You get an opportunity to see someone in the flesh that you know that has gone through the same things that you will go through. And I wrote it down on how I overcame. So if the principles work for me, they will work for you. Plus, this book comes personally autographed from me to you. And with me signing it, one day, this book is going to be worth dollars, baby. So not only do you get the knowledge, but you're also making yourself a smart investment, and you will be able to get your money back. Because who else won 2 Super Bowls and wrote a book and signed it? That alone will give you your money back, right? And also, you guys hear me say this all the time. Your body is your business. My body is my business. So today's product from Work That Thing Supplements and Apparel is beetroots. Beetroot powder. Beetroot powder. Why am I showing you beetroot powder? Because beetroot powder, people, this is a superfood. This is a superfood. It's organic. It's healthy. How does it help me, Tyrone? Well, beetroot has been known to improve the blood flow. Yes, the blood flow. So when you improve the blood flow, then that means that you can lower your blood pressure, right? You can keep your blood pressure in check. Also, you can improve your athletic performance. Because when you have increased blood flow, you have increased oxygen flow. Your muscles need oxygen. So Work That Thing beetroot. Also, beetroot may help fight inflammation. Yes, inflammation. Blood flow. You have all your nutrients and all your white blood cells in your blood flow, red blood cells. Also, beetroot may improve digestive health. If you have any problems with your digestive system, beetroot may help. And also, with the increased blood flow, beetroot may help with brain health. So go to workthatthing.com, and get your WTT Work That Thing beetroot, people. I'm telling you, your body is your business. So you want to go make your life as healthy as you can. Also, if you're looking for a keynote speaker, how many times do I have to tell you? I am he. I am that person that you're looking for. If you're looking for someone who's going to give you information that will inspire you, information that will motivate you, then you need to go email me at bookings@tyronepoole.com. Bookings@tyronepoole.com, whether it's a corporate function, whether it's a university, you're doing commencement, or you're having a function, or whether it's just some type of work group that is being done. I am he. So go to bookings@tyronepoole, send me an email, and we will reply and we will work that thing. Also, I want to give a shout out to all those who are watching on YouTube. How you doing? Those on LinkedIn, how you doing? Those who are watching from Twitter, X. And it's not a Family Feud where you get the X. Family Feud, that's a shout out. Also, those who are watching on Facebook, hello. I hope everybody's doing well. Please, if you have not liked, please like. Also, please subscribe. So whenever I come on, you know what? You're going to get principle-based information that will change your life. Because teamwork makes the dream work, people. It makes the dream work. So work that thing with us, or say it with me. Watch us work that thing. Let's say that one more time. Work that thing with us. This is our mantra. work that thing with us or watch us work that thing, because we're going to work that thing. That's all we do. A question. Have any of you ever been told or heard the statement, trust the process? You guys ever heard that? You ever heard that statement? You ever been told that statement? Or how about this? We will get, you will get, I will get what we want at the right time of life. You guys ever heard that? Man, I've heard that so many times. I'm like, woof, when is it going to happen? It seems like I've been waiting for 3 years, 30 years. When is it going to happen? 3 months, 3 weeks. When is it going to happen? And they say, trust the process. You will get what is coming to you at the right time. And I've also learned this. Whenever I heard those statements, you know, it's easier said than done. Anybody would agree with me? It's easier said than done when it comes to trusting the process. It's easier said than done when the process is too small to be noticed. Your steps are too small to be noticed to get you encouraged. Or the process can be tough. It can be tough to trust the process when you are surrounded by people who seem happier and more successful than you are, or what you're believing. Anybody understand what I'm talking about here? Do you understand? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Well, in times of doubt, how do you stay patient? In the time of doubt, how can you stay patient and wait and wait and wait for the things to naturally unfold? While it may be helpful to repeat, and a lot of people do this, a lot of people, they have affirmations and positive statements. You know, we call those mantras, right? Even though it may be helpful to repeat a positive statement, a mantra. You know, it made me think of the movie, The Nutty Professor. The Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy. You guys ever seen that movie? He says, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes. Well, in other words, that is a battle cry. That mantra is a battle cry, right? It's positively, we're trying to stay positive, even though we know we're going through a process that's tough. Now, there are so many practical ways that we can restore our faith while we're going through the process and bring calmness to our mind. Matter of fact, is there anybody watching right now, that needs your faith restored? You need the calmness in your mind restored. Anybody need that? Well, if you do, you are in the right place at the right time. I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to trust the process when it gets difficult. How to trust the process when it gets difficult. What is the meaning of trust the process? What is the meaning of trust the process? I believe we got to start right there first. We got to know what that actually means. Even though we've heard it, what does it truly mean? Trusting the process is not just a reminder to be patient with the growth and to trust the timing of your situations in your life. It also is a proof of mental strength and confidence. When you trust the process, you believe. You believe that things will work out. They will always work out no matter what happens. Be it success or non-successful. I got to laugh non-successful because we're not even going to entertain non-successful. It's going to be successful. But, there are chances that it will be non-successful. You will eventually, if you trust the process, you will eventually get something out of every circumstance. And let me add this also while I'm at it. Trusting the process also means you believe in your ability to adapt. Yeah, when you trust the process, you basically are telling yourself, without telling yourself, if you didn't know it or not, you're telling yourself that you believe in your ability to adapt. Because trusting the process is going to require you to adapt. Because life is constantly changing. And no one has complete control. I don't care what you may be telling yourself, you do not have complete control. Now, I believe you can influence change, but you don't have complete control. No one. I don't. I also know this, people. I also know this. If you believe you are flexible and, I love this word, resilient. If you believe that you are flexible and resilient enough to deal with changes, you will embrace adversity and you will stand up. You will stand up to it and bounce back. So, how do we trust the process when it gets difficult? Well, first thing we got to do, we got to embrace a growth mindset. That's right. We got to embrace a growth mindset. A growth mindset is an idea. It's an idea that you have the power to change and improve. When you have a growth mindset, you focus more on the progress than the current results. This is what a growth mindset is. You believe that you can be better and reach your goals with practice. Thus, you will be more patient, even when you are not where you want to currently be. When you have a growth mindset, when you embrace a growth mindset, you start to use the words, this magical word. I call this a magical word. To embrace a growth mindset, use this magical word here. Yet. Y-E-T. So how does this magical word, yet, Y-E-T, how does this magical word work? I'm glad I can read you guys' mind. I'm glad you guys are asking me that. Well, it works like this, people. Add the word yet, Y-E-T, to any self-denial statement that pops up in your mind as you are trusting the process. Because there will be times you will even question yourself. But again, you add this word, this 3-letter word, to your sentence. Give you guys an example. We like to say, majority of the time, when things get difficult, we end up saying, I can't do it. So instead of saying, I can't do it, which is a non-successful statement, growth mindset, right? We know where we currently are, but we know where we are going. So try to say it like this. Some of you already don't beat me to it. I can't do it yet. I can't do it yet. Give you guys a story. I tore my meniscus in football. Meniscus is that cartilage that sits between the tibia and the fibula. You know, you got your knee, you got your fibula, which is the top bone, you got your tibia, which is the bottom bone, and in between it is your cartilage called your meniscus. Well, I tore my meniscus. Now, before I injured my meniscus, man, I could do 100 pounds. Single leg extension. Not double now, not no double leg, single leg extensions. I could do 100 pounds. Now, after I tore my meniscus and then going through rehab, you talking about the process, trusting the process, because I saw myself where I was to where I am, to where I want to go. So during rehab, and it was tough. It was tough. It was so tough that I could barely, the same legs that I could do 100 pounds, single leg extensions. Now I put 10 pounds on leg extension. And my leg just shaking. My muscle just shaking. Quad muscles just shaking. But I said to myself, I can't do 100 pounds yet. I can't do 100 pounds yet. So by using that simple word, people, it allowed me to embrace where I was, but looking forward to what was to come. Fast forward through consistent daily work, daily belief, an old nutty professor mantra. Yes, I can. So every time my legs start shaking, I'm pushing through it. Yes, I can. Come in the next day, I say, let's do 20 pounds. Yes, I can. Come back in a week later, let's go 40 pounds. Let's go 60 pounds. Yes, I can. And today, I am back full strength. All because of that 3-letter word, Y-E-T, yet. So this slight change of words allowed me, the slight change of words, Y-E-T, allowed me, and it will allow you to trust the process more and inspire you to take action. I love it. The next thing you got to do when you are trusting the process, how do you trust the process when things get difficult? You got to focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can control. Now, what I'm about to say next, you need to write this down. What I am about to say next, you need to write it down. This is very, very important. You should have wrote down what I said in the beginning. But this is a very important statement that I'm about to say. You ready? If it's out of my hands, if it's out of my hands, out of your control, if it's out of my hands, it deserves freedom from my mind too. That's a very important statement. If you're going to trust the process and overcome when it gets difficult, if it's out of my hands, it deserves freedom from my mind too. This gentle reminder is a soul inspiring. It's soul inspiring. S-O-U-L, soul inspiring. I mean, your inside of you. It inspires you on the inside. If it's out of my hands, it deserves freedom from out of my mind too. Because it guides you to focus on what you can control. By you saying, if it's out of my hands, it deserves freedom from my mind too. It guides you to focus on what you can control. So if you struggle to find out what to do next, or questioning whether life is meaningful, this is your mantra. This is your mantra. If it's out of my hands, it deserves freedom from my mind too. When you are going through difficult times, write down the things you can control and stick it somewhere you can always see it. I'm telling you, this visualization list will also help you see things you can control. So you can get your mind off of the things that are not in your control. If it's not on the list, it's not in your control. That's big. My last one. Number 3, find the lesson in each failure. Find the lesson in each failure. I remember when Tyson, my son, Nikiah, my son, Tyra, Ashton, Tyson, Nikiah, and Tyra, when they first started playing baseball, softball for Tyra, baseball for Tyson and Nikiah, I would go out there and I would help them learn how to catch the ball. And I remember teaching them, this is how you want to hold your glove. When the ball is coming waist high, glove up. When the ball is coming waist down, glove down. So as you probably know, this is their first time catching a ball. So they struggled. They struggled a little bit because the fear of catching the ball. Because I'm pretty sure they were thinking, if I miss it, if I miss this ball could hurt. This ball could break a bone. But each time, remember, I'm talking about find a lesson, find the lesson in the failure. Find the lesson in the failure. So each time they struggled to catch the ball, there was a learning opportunity. Maybe the learning opportunity was you didn't close your glove quick enough. Or you hesitated in determining whether the glove should be up or the glove should be down. The more the struggle, the more the learning. And eventually they gained confidence. And the more confidence, that brought more success at catching the ball with ease. So it's natural for us, me, you, to fear loss or setback when we're going through the process. But when you see them as a learning lesson, an opportunity to learn from the lesson, you can bounce back from failure and gain experience, knowledge, wisdom. So, failure, people, each failure either shows you which way doesn't work, which way does work. Even the unsuccessful attempts builds up your strength for future success. Failure might be inevitable, but like a man said, you got to watch those butts. But you can make full use of your failures for your own growth. And I'm here to tell you, the only person that can stop you, the only person that can stop you is the person you see every day in the mirror. If it's to be, it is up to you to work that thing. So if you were about to give up, I'm glad you tuned in. If you were about to quit, I'm glad you tuned in. I'm here to tell you, trust the process. I'm here to tell myself, trust the process, Tyrone. I love it. So until next time, people. Until next time. Until next time. I pray you prosper in everything and be in health just as your soul prospers. Work that thing with us or watch us work that thing. WTT people 100. I'm out of here. Peace.